Hi everyone, Megan here, your faithful fibromyalgia warrior, conqueror perhaps. It is Saturday, March the 20th. It's about 11:30 here in the morning. I've been outside just reading, enjoying this beautiful, beautiful day. I think it's about 17 degrees, supposed to get up to about 20. So the perfect weather and temperature for late May. But the reason I wanted to talk to you guys is share some amazing, incredible news of continued healing. I am now officially 100% off all prescription pain medication. All of it. So, no baclofen, no gabapentin, which I was taking 2,100 milligrams of every day for 9 years. I'm completely off of that. And I've now gone completely 100% off cocodamol, which is prescription strength level paracetamol with codeine, equivalent to, say, Tylenol 3 with codeine, if you live in North America. This is how amazing God is when it comes to healing. How has He healed me? Through eating a species appropriate diet, which is animal meats, muscle meat with its associated fats, to get rid of all the inflammation, all of the chronic weight and pain and inflammation, and just all of the horrible things stuck in my cells, in my body, simply by eating the wrong things. My IBS is almost 100% reversed. It's still there a little bit, only because I do enjoy coffee. I know. If I was to give it up 100%, it would, I'm sure, clear up fully. But it's relatively minor. As far as a trigger goes, my anxiety levels are almost non-existent most days. I'm not struggling with bulimic thinking or just, disordered eating patterns. I don't feel the same weight of anxiousness and faithlessness that I used to. Now, I would say, okay, that pain medication can be helpful. It can be very helpful. If you've just had, say, major surgery or even minor surgery, if you've suffered from a fracture or a broken bone, while you heal, that pain medication can absolutely help you to manage that acute short-term pain. However, the intention is never to have to take it forever. And I thought, because of my constant autoimmune issues with fibromyalgia, with my thyroid problems, with IBS and leaky gut, and just chronic inflammation, pain, everything that I was dealing with, that I was going to have to stay on this medication, all of it, forever. And what I realized was, for one, I thought I had surrendered, and my thinking at the time was, that's all right. If God's going to heal me, He'll heal me. But when I stop and look back, I really didn't ever believe that God could heal me simply through eating properly, simply through nourishing my body the way He has always intended for all of us to be nourished, which is consuming animals and their products. So that could be chicken and their eggs, ducks and eggs. Okay, so birds and their eggs. There's so much nutrition in egg yolks and whites, right? So good for us. Proteins, good cholesterols, all that sort of thing. As well as the skeletal muscle meat of anything that swam, crawled, slithered, walked, or flew. If it was an animal of some description, it can be eaten as food for humans. It provides us with our essential amino acids and all the things that we need for the building blocks for our own bones and tissues and organs, nerves, blood flow, vascular health, everything. But I didn't know any of this was true when I was first injured. And as I came to see really the true intention of God is to provide us with the animals we need to nourish us so we can thrive and be healthy. That's when the healing started for me. If I had never found carnivore, or what some might call the Genesis diet, what some might call species appropriate diet, the diet that humans have eaten for thousands and thousands and thousands of years and longer. If I had not come to see the truth of how amazing it is, would I be anywhere at all remotely this level of healing? Absolutely not. I wouldn't. And maybe that's why pain medication is only able to help us manage for a certain time, but our bodies adapt to its effects, right? Like with any drug, really, any sort of, whether it's a narcotic or otherwise, or an opioid or otherwise, is because we feel its effects initially, but the more we take, the more we get used to, the less effective it is. And maybe this is why you have so many people who struggle, even as they continue to take stronger and stronger pain medication, the pain never fully goes away. Because that's just how our bodies are designed to function with these chemicals that go in. But there's only so much our body can tolerate, or there's only so much effect it can have if we are constantly flooding our systems with inflammatory foods, carbohydrates, sugars, whether they come from fruit or it's processed, seed oils, it doesn't matter. But as long as you are eating those things, your pain medications can only provide so much relief because you're continuously causing inflammation and pain. And when I realized the truth of that, and I got rid of it all the inflammatory foods, my pain levels did start to reduce. Now, I still felt the need at that time for my pain medication. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe I was worried that if I stopped it, I would feel worse, that it was too soon to give it up. There's almost like it's almost like it becomes a crutch. And I think part of it for me was realizing that maybe the medication isn't needed. But if I'm too worried about feeling pain or trying to stop taking the pills, that became more of the issue. Because, all the things I was on, there was a warning in all of the packages that says, be mindful, be careful. All of these 3 medications can become very addictive. And I got so used to taking them that's what happened. I wasn't craving I gotta have a hit, but I found there was a point, even after I'd been on Carnivore for a while, even after the brain fog was gone, even though I did feel some of the pain becoming a bit less, either the pain was reduced and or because there was less inflammation, what I was taking was a bit more effective. But I wasn't willing to try to cut back on any of my medications. And not because I couldn't have, not because I couldn't have healed, but I think my mind was addicted to, I need to take them. And the reality is, when I was willing to just live with a little bit of ache, because even people without fibromyalgia, sometimes we wake up a little stiff and sore in the morning if we slept funny, if we tossed and turned, if we didn't sleep with proper support under our knees or our back or whatever. So waking up a bit sore or slightly achy isn't the same as sharp, constant pain. And what I came to realize over these past 2 months is, first of all, the gabapentin was likely causing a great deal of the muscle pain, because that's one of its side effects, is it can actually cause muscle pain. And fibromyalgia is all about having pain in your muscles and soft tissue. I didn't want that in my life. I didn't want to feel like it controlled me. That if I didn't take my pills at exactly the same time every single day, that I was going to fall apart. Now, there are still two things that I take every morning, and I honestly may need to. One is my thyroid replacement medication, because when God made me, he designed me in such a way that for whatever reason, my thyroid was not producing enough of the T4 hormone, which then gets converted and is used by the body. Now, with all the inflammatory foods out of my system, with my gut starting to heal, with my IBS going into remission, that may not be needed any longer. But until I get my annual checkup in August, I'm not going to just not take it, right? Because thyroid function is so critical to so many different things. So that's one thing that I will keep taking. Also is my sertraline, my antidepressant. Now, I have not felt any depressive thoughts for a very long time, and to be honest, especially over these past 2 months, my anxiety has come down dramatically. So I'm very, very slowly, gradually easing back the dosage. Very slowly. So from 200 milligrams to 150. But I'm not just cutting it out completely. And maybe the other reason why I was finally able to come off the pain medications was because I did it ever so slowly. You know, I've been out enjoying the sun when it's been shining, doing a fair bit of grounding, soaking up the vitamin D, feeling the healing effects of just being outside, being in nature. That maybe has also helped play a massive role. God uses all of nature around us to inspire us and to heal us. He created it, so of course he is. Am I ready to start running a marathon? Absolutely not. But I've been able to walk a little bit here and there. Getting more strength, doing strength training every other day. It's incredible. I feel so much better and so much more alive. And I never thought it would be possible. And I say this because you might be at a place where, you are considering carnivore, but you're not quite sure yet if you're going to go for it. I would simply say that truly, why not give it a try? If everything else you've tried hasn't really worked, give it a shot. It could make a huge difference. My husband has been carnivore now for 2 weeks, and he's, according to the scale, he's already gone down, he's already lost 8 pounds from his overall mass, water and some of the fat. That's just 2 weeks in. He is starting to have a bit more energy. I am confident that if he sticks with it, he is going to, feel re-energized. Yes, he's going to see his body composition change. He's may even be able to come off his diabetes medication and some of his heart medications. Just because we hit 50, I'm 50, I'll be 51 in August. Just because we hit 50 doesn't mean there's a slow, inevitable, sort of shuffling struggle to death. That doesn't have to be how life goes. In fact, it's not what God wants from us. He gave us all we need for true nourishment. And honestly, our ancestors, when they stuck to an animal-based, meaning all creatures-based diet, primarily, they lived much longer. They truly did. They lived a great deal longer, and certainly not tied up in, chronic illness and pain like we see today. And so I share this with you guys, that going carnivore along with faith in God, can do amazing, amazing things. I absolutely believe that a day will come, whether it's soon or whether it's later, where I will be able to walk freely into town and back. Where if my husband and I decide to go back to Portugal, where it's quite hilly, I'll be able to walk up and down the sidewalks. I won't have to be pushed in a chair. Or a day might come, I won't even need a wheelchair through an airport terminal. I'll be able to walk that distance. I don't expect it to happen overnight. But when I think of how far God has brought me through my faith, but more than that, through my healing, through Him, anything is possible. Literally, guys, I have gotten off all my prescription pain medications, all of them. I might be a bit achy here and there through the day, but it's incredible how doing a bit of a stretch, just gentle stretching of the spine, has made a massive difference. And it might help you as well. I'm sorry, I had to share with you guys today how incredible I feel, how blessed I am, how grateful I am to be here and alive and walking and enjoying the sunlight and enjoying God's plan in my life. And, I think about Bart Kay, who reversed his fibromyalgia, Rebecca Heichman, who's reversed hers. I reversed mine. I would say I am 98/99% completely reversed my fibromyalgia symptoms, which is incredible. And when I feel any achiness, it's in my sacroiliac area. Not at all even where I had my disc injury. It's in my lower back. And it makes sense because that's the part that allows us to bend over, to straighten, to sit a certain way, to lay on our sides. That is the part of our body that has to have the most amount of movement and flexibility as we walk, as we swim, as we sleep, as we stand, as we dance, whatever it is. That's where all the majority of our weight is held, is on the sacroiliac area. And so you think about how flexible that little bit has to be. Makes sense that it's also easily irritated because, of all the stuff that we put it through. And yet, I'm finding a couple of minutes in a cold shower reduces inflammation, reduces the pain dramatically. And shifting position, getting up and moving every now and then, can't believe the difference that makes. From somebody who absolutely thought I would never feel better, I could barely get out of bed, I was in so much pain 9 years ago, to this, it is truly God who has made it happen, and He has healed me through me finding health and nutrition in the carnivore diet. I truly hope that you can get something from this. I hope this helps. I really and truly and absolutely do. Please feel free to share this with anybody that this might help or inspire. If you're not quite there yet, that is okay. Because I'm almost 3 years into carnivore, but it's only over the last couple of months where I've truly felt in my faith that I could trust God to look after me enough to start easing back on my medications and realizing that I'm okay. That in fact, I really don't have to take them. I really am healing. And sometimes it's just about having the faith to go, actually, you know what? I am getting better. Maybe I don't need this after all. And being willing to let go of that little crutch. I hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday. I wish everybody all the best. Thank you all so very much for your support and your encouragement and your kindness. I'm going to get out of here and enjoy the rest of my Saturday. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Bye.